And even though these two may never be recognized as much as Jerry West has been, Don Knotts was born on July 21st, 1924. The Mountaineers found themselves on the wrong side of the bubble. Coming up next, I'll tell you all about their fondest memories here. And a top 20 national ranking isn't the only thing Coach Lopez has done. We'll continue their season this week when they play in the NIT Final Four. And the most remarkable thing about this team isn't that they are so successful, but good news for one of our rookies should restore the famous season. Butler led all Mountaineer freshmen with 10 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. You're absolutely right, Carly, and the Mountaineers are still shining postseason. In only 2 short years, head coach Adam Blaine has led this team to 2 consecutive ECHA divisional playoffs. And you better believe a packed house is going to make a lot of... 2 Mountaineers are graduating, and I'm Zack Miller. Clap shots and glove saves, I'm Zack Miller. The Mountaineers led the Big East in attendance with about 60,000 people at.
And what normally is a pretty easy walk just down the sidewalk today, well, it's not so easy. At least 6 to 8 inches of water on the sidewalk, and then you walk to the street and 4 to 8 more inches on there, so about a foot of water. Drivers have been trying all day to get through here. It just hasn't been working, and the city says that it should be back to normal as soon as high tide goes back in. For now.
Right now, from the station that's taking action, you're watching News Channel 3.
New information about the man Portsmouth police say they were forced to shoot after he charged towards them with a knife. Christopher Bacombe was from Toledo, Ohio, and his family in Ohio says they called 911 on Thursday. They were worried he was suicidal. Police arrived to his apartment on Gateway Drive and found him in the bloody bathroom with a knife. According to a police officer, told Bacombe to put the knife down several times, but he says he lunged at the officer, and that's when the officer shot and killed him. The apartment was closed for several hours. Eventually, some of Bacombe's neighbors came back. One neighbor says Bacombe lived in the apartment with a woman.
Over the stairs, they're really nice people. I generally see them in the morning when I'm on the way to work. You know, speak, good morning, how you doing?
Bacombe's family did not want to talk with us. Police say they are still investigating the shooting and will not give any information about the officer who shot Bacombe. Special treatment for a Navy SEAL, that's what some people say happened to one guy. News Channel 3 took a month to do some digging, and here's what we came up with. Last month, Navy SEAL Corey Clark stood in front of a judge after getting busted for a DUI. He could have gotten at least 5 days in jail, but instead, he got a huge break. The charge was reduced to reckless driving. This all happened despite the prosecutor's objections. The circuit court judge who reduced the sentence was Judge A. Bonwell Shockley. Shockley blamed the Navy for giving sailors free or cheap alcohol and then letting them loose on Hampton Roads highways. That certainly ruffled the feathers of Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Why bother going through legislation to have tough laws mandated and have a judge go around the corner thinking no one's going to know any different?
The organization obtained prosecutors' notes that explain the judge leniency. Commonwealth's attorney Harvey Bryant says he has tremendous respect for special welfare members, but he says they're trained to use good judgment. Judge Shockley's office said she was out of town and could not comment. Messages for Corey Clark left with his command were also not returned. Looks like Blackwater USA is off the hook for the shooting deaths of 17 Iraqi civilians. The company is not expected to face criminal charges. This means the North Carolina-based company will keep its multi-million-dollar contract with the United States government. For the past several months, the Justice Department has investigated the incident in Baghdad. The shootings began when a Blackwater convoy responded to a car bombing entered a traffic circle. Blackwater spokesmen say insurgents ambushed the convoy, which sparked the firefight, but Iraqi witnesses say it was an unprovoked attack, and the Iraqi government immediately demanded Blackwater be expelled from the country. Military leaders in Myanmar are starting to allow aid from across the world into the cyclone-ravaged country, but the weather won't be helping things move smoothly. Eating healthy is supposed to be good for you, but we all know too much of a good thing could be bad. Juliet Bickford explains.